Shobhitji, if we could again go back to our discussion about Indic knowledge systems. Now, there is, like we have discussed, the very important and urgent need for leaders to be grounded in Indic knowledge systems in Bharat and the various different schools of thoughts that we have. Can you, talk to us a little bit about this? Why is this important? And more importantly, I think what kind of a difference also it can make in our societies?
Okay. Thanks, Kamal. I'll try to elaborate on this. So, we have all at least heard this Yatha Raja Tatha Praja, right? So, irrespective of, I can see you nodding. So, irrespective of where from the country you are, uh, as is the ruler, so are the people, right? So, it's not the other way around that we have said. That is the importance that we have placed. Yatha Raja Tatha Praja, right? So that is the onus we have placed on the state machinery and the individuals who are serving the state, right? And the people emulate the ruler. So it's very, very important to create that so-called righteous ruler, right? And this is a very foundation of the dharmic state. So that is the importance we have placed on the highest person and how we should create the person. So a lot of work actually has to happen on creating the right leadership, right? So the Raja in the Indian context, of course, king is not the good equivalent. Is seen as protector of the people, their liberties, and most importantly, it is to create an abhyudaya. So people should reach their highest potential, and the Raja is the palaka or the protector of people and their liberties in making this happen. So while you protect the external state and you try to reduce, bring order and reduce external aggression, you want to give freedom to the people and help give them the liberties to make them fulfill their highest potential, right? And so, what are the primary responsibilities of, if you can see the Raja, right? One is the soft elements of the civilization, right? Now, these are related to aesthetics and spirituality. The scholars, the seers, the artists, the women, the children. It is the responsibility of the Raja to protect all this, right? And there is a very interesting conversation that happens between Narad and Yudhishthira, right? And all this, that is what Yudhishthira says, that these are the responsibilities. One is the primary responsibility is to protect the softer elements, the dharmic elements of society. Then, of course, as I said, internal law and order, reducing the external aggression. But what has happened over a period of time, at least post-independence, when we have picked up a lot of our models of polity from the West, particularly from the British that were ruling. So this has actually all flipped, right? Now, if you see elections and we are in election time, what is being fought, you will see that elections are now being fought for the lowest denominator in many ways, right? So people are asking for more and more welfare. People are there's a lot of appeasement, one at the expense of other. So there is a sense of nobody is aspiring for the highest, right? And when you do this, right, it is actually entirely flipped, and you don't create the right set of leaders who emerge, because the leaders are seen as people who dole out welfare, and the society is aspiring to go lower and lower in their demands, right? So I think this is very important because we need to understand what is the role of a Raja, what is the role of a leader, how a dharmic polity should be designed that would result in the collective upliftment of society, while the model of polity that we have chosen has completely flipped, and you have created incentives for going lower and lower in your aspirations, and you have created incentives for choosing the set of people who would deliver all this to you. So a society that was always aspiring to be leading the world in providing wisdom and knowledge is now looking very inward and always sinking in that sense, right? So I think it is a way we have chosen our political structure, our polity, our institutions, the so-called democracy, that the model that we have chosen is resulting in this, and it's about time we understand how the state has to be actually structured and changed so that this change can happen.
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.